Welcome back to our Offbeat Life. Today, I'm excited to talk to Sarah Desante, an author and traveler and the creative force behind the Adventure Globe series.
Oh, this one.
Yes, this one right here. Her books for young readers, they take them through enchanting journeys with the siblings. What is it? Sydney, Cairo, and Everest as they explore the wonders of the world. So this episode, we're diving into Sarah and Max's background as travelers, the choice to write books, how writing books on the road works to getting those creative juices flowing, and that type of thing. So if you're curious about blending family adventures with creative pursuits, this is a conversation for you. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
We just want to travel the world, travel the world.
All right. Well, let's jump right in. I always like to start with a little icebreaker lightning round. So
What's happening?
quick, no thinking. Water, coffee, soda, tea.
Coffee.
Water.
Okay. Where do you prefer to relax? A pool, a beach?
Well, the beach.
Beach. All right. Cat or dog person?
Cat.
Dog.
Where do you feel most alive, the city or the countryside?
Countryside.
Countryside.
Okay. All right. Choice here. Ultimate unlimited free flights or a magical RV that takes you anywhere?
Oh my gosh, that's
It's
tough.
a tough choice
Yeah.
because the problem is we haven't
We had an RV,
it's
so
not RV because the RV it's huge. We have a camper van
Maybe-
in Italian way, and because we are a family of 5,
this is not a quick answer. It's Italian
our
way.
camper broke literally because we
Yeah.
grow in it. Because many people think the camper van in Italy it's useful to go around, and it's true. But normally, what they do, they go from point A to point B. They never live in it.
And they don't
When
have
we-
kids that jump like ours.
Yes. When we went there, we were telling them, try to explain it. Nobody believed us that we're gonna live in this camper van. So we have it for 4 years, and in the end, we broke. So we have to give it away.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
I prefer the RV
Camper
life,
van, yeah, RV.
but we need a big one.
Yeah.
So we
And
just
it's
plain.
pricey, so limited. I go for a limited ticket.
Yeah.
All right. Very
This
good.
was a whole quick lightning.
We'll give you a magical RV plus. There you go. All right. And time machine moments. If you could travel anywhere in history, show your kids something, where would you go and when?
Oh my god.
Wow, that is.
I kind of would
intense.
go to the Renaissance in Italy when the Medici family was there. Because, yeah, we're from there. And we talk about it.
I would go to Egypt.
I knew it.
The Italian wants to go to Egypt.
At that time, I think it was cool to see how the landscape and everything was going
And the
on.
pyramids being built.
Not the pyramid, but the technology that they have at that time.
Okay.
I was curious about
I
that.
can see that. I thought you were going to say Göbekli Tepe.
That was another one, but I think there was more technology in Egypt
Okay.
than that time. Anyway,
I think Egypt was way more advanced than anybody knows.
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool to see that too.
yeah.
You can go together.
Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. So give us a little background before we get into the books. Tell us about your family, your adventures, how you got started.
Do you want the long version or the short version?
Just start with the short version. We'll
Okay.
send them to your website for the long version.
No, because the long version starts in Italy. Back in 2010, we used to. Well, Mas is pure Italian. I'm half American, half Italian, and we met in Italy. And so we had our first 2 kids there, and then we decided to sell everything and leave and move to the U.S. because we wanted a bit easier life. Because in Italy, everything is kind of complicated. Just parking is an issue. I was pregnant and I couldn't even get out of my car because my belly couldn't fit between cars.
It was, yeah.
So we thought, well, we want to do stuff with our kids and everything is going to be like a hassle, traffic and all that. So we moved to the U.S. in Arizona, and it was good for 8
With
years.
the 2 months old at the time.
And a 1-year-old.
And 1 year old.
Yeah. And it was good. For 8 years, it was good. It was a good choice. And then we start getting restless again.
It was, let's say, a tough beginning.
Yeah.
Because I was traveling before by myself.
Because he's Italian.
that I was able to speak English,
Mhm.
I wasn't able even to order a coffee at Starbucks.
Dunkin' Donuts. It was Dunkin'
Oh,
Donuts.
Dunkin',
And you're like,
sorry, yes.
"Blah, blah, blah." And he's like, what did she say? I'm like, oh, she asked if you wanted a donut.
So I had to restart everything from the beginning.
So that was, and that it's a shorter version of. Then in 2017, we did this trip.
Oh, yeah.
He went to do this course, and this guy said, come to Thailand for 2 weeks to do this workshop and bring your family. And so he comes home and he says, we're going to Thailand for 2 weeks. And I said, but the kids are in school, they're going to miss everything. So he goes and talks to teachers, and they all say, oh no, they're definitely going to learn more going to Thailand for 2 weeks.
Take it.
We went to Thailand for 2 weeks, and it was amazing. It was the first trip that wasn't going back to Italy, but actually going somewhere else with all our family. At that point, we had another kid, so we had a not even 1-year-old. And there, we almost had a little accident driving a tuk-tuk.
Yeah.
He was driving, and we
No,
almost...
because I convinced a Thai guy to rent us a tuk-tuk by ourselves.
So he was driving
Because
it.
nobody wanted do it or rent it to you because they're afraid.
Yeah.
So I was driving with all of all of us inside.
Yeah, we were much smaller, lighter, but still. At one point, the tuk-tuk was going down a hill, and then he magically steered it back on the road, and everybody got scared. But then that night when we talked about it, we're like, what if we sell everything and just go travel so we can see more and have more of these experiences? And then we went home and sold everything, left the year after.
Wow.
That's yeah.
You mentioned that the teachers were on board with you taking them up for 2 weeks. We had a similar experience when our little man was in his first kindergarten, actually. And his kindergarten teacher, we told her, yeah, we're going down to Mexico for, I think it was a week. And she's like, go for it. He's going to learn a ton. He's not going to miss anything here. It's awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm like, those are the types of moments that are like, oh, yeah. You will learn a lot on the road. And even the teachers know it.
Yeah. Yeah. But I was surprised. And I'm like, okay, I guess we're going to Thailand.
Cool.
So-
So that kind of takes me into the next area I wanted to talk about is you're educating your kids. How does that work? Especially with a family of 5.
It's interesting.
It was a process. It
Because you
was
had
really-
various age groups to worry about.
Yeah.
Yeah, the young one wasn't an issue to start with because he was barely 2 when we left. The other 2 were in school. So
we decided to bring all the books from the school.
because
Physical books?
Physical
yes,
books with
the
us.
principal
That was the
said,
idea.
I will leave them signed in because it was a 1-year thing, right?
Yeah.
7 years later. We're
Supposed
still,
to do 12 months.
yeah.
Were you in the RV at the time?
No, that came after
no,
during
that-
COVID.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was our escape.
Because it was the only way to came out from Italy without nobody stopping us.
Yeah.
Okay. So you were carrying these books?
So we had these books, and because the principal was like, oh, I can check in on them, and okay, so let's do the schooling. And so we went to Bali, and we used Bali. He was doing a workshop there, but then we were like doing our vacation from school. Then we start officially in Australia, and we rented 3 different camper vans. He was driving, and you were schooling. It was a nightmare, like the drama, the cries.
The Wi-Fi.
Mommy, the book we don't do it like this. Like the whole time they were comparing how they did it in school and how we were not doing it like that.
We'd look at the same time,
Jumping,
and screaming
running,
again,
it's
because
like-
doing the homework.
Uh-huh.
I was trying to drive these things, and the Wi-Fi was going in and out all the time.
Every now and then he would yell, guys! It was
I can't focus on the road.
So then we went in this dramatic moment where we decided, okay, maybe this was all wrong. We should just go back. We're going to screw up our kids and all that. And then...
Because we have to unschool ourselves
Yeah.
first. If you don't change your mindset, nothing changes.
Yeah. So then we talked to them, and actually, I couldn't sleep one night. I wrote in the worldschools group, and I said, "How do you teach your kids? Because this is not working." And I got the most amazing and inspiring responses from like over 20 moms.
Yeah.
And they were like all so detailed and just so understanding, and nobody was like judging me or. And the next day I'm like, okay, guys, we have this option, this option, this.
We have a
I
plan.
gave them the list of options, mainly being, let's find a program online and not do these books because we can't compare. We're not doing the school anymore. So we donated our books to, at that point we were in New Zealand.
We decided to say, okay, this doesn't work. So we call the teacher in school and say, we're not going to follow this program.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Thank you for so much. And so when we went to Zambia,
New Zealand.
I went to Zambia. The books we went.
No. It was at the camper van. Zambia was way after, 6 months
No,
after.
we donated the books in Zambia.
In
too.
New Zealand at the library, right after talking on the lake and deciding, okay, we're doing this. Zambia was 6 months later. We donated other stuff
But
there.
we donated the books there too.
Yeah,
Anyway,
those reading
something
books.
happened.
There's too many books.
Says
Books are a
so
little
one
of our
part
life.
in New Zealand in this library,
Yeah.
they were really happy, and part in Zambia in the school that we went to volunteer for 2
Yeah.
weeks. We just give them all of the books. So everybody were happy.
So yeah, and then from there we started the Time for Learning program for maybe a few years,
Yeah.
and then we started unschooling, which I never thought we would have done. It's actually started as they were kind of not enjoying it anymore, the online thing, because sometimes we had Wi-Fi issues, and then some things they just thought, why are we doing this? And I'm like, well, because we have to learn. I was trying to sell it to them, and then. At one point, we're like, okay, let's do this. Every month, you make a list of all the things you're passionate to learn more about, and you focus on that thing.
Yeah.
And they made this list, and they're still doing this, the first thing they put on the list.
Yeah.
Because they right away got, she wanted to do more geography and more astronomy, and she still is working on that. Our son was like, I would like to do more. I would like to learn crochet. And now he does stop motion with his crochet stuff and a bunch of other things.
And he thought himself how to do it.
Yeah. And so,
So if you really believe and trust the process,
Yeah.
you're gonna see
Yeah.
that the things unfold by itself without you pressing it or pushing or controlling it. Like unfortunately, the system teaches how to do it.
and now they decided to follow this online high school program, Acellus, it's called Academy, which then gives them their credits so they can go to college. And
If they decide.
if they decide, but they really enjoy it. I think now they wanted to have
We
this.
left now to come here, right?
Yeah.
And we brought only Luca with us. The other two, without say anything.
Oh yeah. I give you the choice. Bring the kids or.
Yeah. They were there talking about what they learn and what they can do, what kind of stuff they by themselves, by
Wow.
choice.
They
Yeah.
chose to stay and do school. That's cool.
But they're not interested, because a lot of kids want to go back to school because they miss the social part. But our kids realize that wouldn't be the reason to go to school. The social life, you can find it in other ways. You don't need to go to school for that. And so this gives them the chance to focus on what they want to learn about. And then the social part comes from, going to a hub, to a pop-up, or just meeting people at a park, whatever.
Or just being a family. At
Yeah,
lunch.
so that's very socially. And then our youngest, he's a whole different thing. He decides when he's ready for things. And so he's decided he was not interested in learning to read up to probably 6 months ago.
6 months ago.
Now he decided, he doesn't tell us, but now he's okay. So now he's following reading aims instead.
Okay.
And he really we tried a few different ones, but this one, he really likes it. And he's learning a lot.
And he followed it by himself.
And he just does it every day. He sits there, he's like, I have to do my learning. Also, he plays with his friends online. But he's
really
like,
big
I have
helpful.
to do my learning first. We're like, yeah, but that's how because we wanted him to understand that the reading was not, learning to read wasn't because then you can read a book or, I don't know, anything that's boring about reading. It's like, so you can write to your friends on Roblox or something.
That's how that's with our little man too.
Minecraft, yeah.
He wanted to read the subtitles or whatever for the video games that he was playing. And we were playing one game that was a Pokemon type game, and all of it was reading, and I had to read it to him.
Yeah.
And so he said, I can't read it to you I can't sit here all day, every day while you're playing your video game, just me sitting there watch you play. You need to start learning.
Yeah.
We did a thing called Nighttime Zookeeper,
Oh, I
which
saw
got him
that one
interested
too.
in it. And then he basically taught himself the rest, where he just with his playing video games,
Yeah.
start chatting with his friends. Yeah, kids are resilient. They figure it
Yeah.
out.
Now he realized that all the cool stuff he wants to do, he needs to read and write. And so he does his 1 hour learning a day, or sometimes even a bit more. And it's just, so that's how we're managing now.
Sweet.
So
All right. Any major hiccups along the way so far?
of the learning, or many hiccups.
Let's talk about the learning and thing with the kids and their learning.
I mean, no, it's more the people that judge all the time how, they say, you're ruining your kids.
The judgment.
They don't have a future. Oh, you're taking their future away from them. Oh, what are they going to do about having a girlfriend? Like all these things that are all they're ideas. But then our kids have no social issue. They're perfectly normal kids, not just because they don't go to school and have the school drama. And maybe they don't have the first girlfriend. Well, Luca technically has a girlfriend, but
True.
the
Already.
well, one is
Two
official,
different places.
but the others don't have anyone there today. It doesn't mean anything.
I sometimes we talk about that, and we think, because raising a boy, you wonder, what is the girlfriend situation? I do,
Yeah.
because I thought about it at his age, but then I'm like, well, was it just me thinking about it, or was it because I was surrounded by other kids who were talking about it? And your social situation influences your real life situation. You're growing up. So he's not interested currently. Who knows in the future what that trigger will be?
Right.
But it's going to be based on the social stuff that we introduce him to. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
And the people that he meets and engages with, and right now they're just happy with what they're
Being kids.
experiencing. Yeah, and it's also nice to see how our youngest keeps him a bit younger.
Engage all the time.
And they make him a little bit older than his age in certain moments. Certain moments, I feel like they're all 6-year-olds, except that our daughter, she's a little older. So, yeah, and other hiccups, well, the travel ones, I mean, so many.
Yeah.
But they're not anything tragic. It's good lessons you learn along the way.
Yeah.
But we have a fun story.
Yeah.
What do you tell those negative people in your life? What do you say to them?
Well, we
I
reassure some.
I don't think there is. We are at the point. I think at this point, at this moment, it took us a while because it's 7 years now. That, especially for what I do, there is no. If you start going in that direction, negative and positive, you start again judging, and you start having take some personal, and you start getting friction and everything. And instead, you just see energies as energy.
Yeah.
So it's how you interpret and how you decide to process it. It's up to you. So whatever they say, it's their problem, their journey.
You throw it back to them.
It's not mine. So whatever. If I start engaging it in the same thing, I resonate with the same energy, the same frequency. So it's gonna be a problem. I realize that as soon as you don't mind what they say, it's fine.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't say anything, I don't engage, I smile. Or sometimes if they really ask me, I try to explain it, but without justifying it, because most of the time you justify it.
Yeah.
Because you feel guilty, or they make you feel guilty. At that moment, again, you said if you stay in your positivity, you're fine.
Before we
Doesn't matter.
before they started this program, and everybody was so concerned about their college future, we would just told them, oh, they're going to do this thing. We just told them what they're actually doing now, but we didn't have that yet planned out because we were trying to just respect how they were going to evolve in their education. And we just told them, yeah, there's a school thing they can do. And a lot of people were just fine. They just needed to be reassured that we were not ruining our kids. And then they were fine. They didn't really care for the details. So
You start realizing that it's more a reassurance for their fear
Yeah.
than yours.
Yeah.
The more you let go, and the more it's like, okay, well,
yeah.
I think the listeners out there that are on the cusp of trying to travel and decide if they want to do this, that type of thing helps. They need to have that positive voice that, yes, this is possible, to counteract some of those negative people that might be out there holding them back from getting out on the road. So I always like to get into that with folks because, everybody has to handle it in a different way.
And you're all going to have that person saying, what are you doing?
Yeah, exactly.
We had so many. It was like,
included
friends.
our relatives.
Oh, yeah.
We still like.
they still keep on saying,
I
aren't
just
you going to
give you
stop?
a practical example. My mom and my father, my parents, we moved to the U.S. in 2010, right? So now it's 15 years, and they still not speaking a word of English. And they are both retired. They're financially fine, and they don't have anything, so they could have time to learn a little bit.
Yeah.
But our kids learned Italian.
But they pretend that their grandchildren, they speak Italian. So,
Wow.
what do you want to do? Nothing.
That's
That's it.
just
You
the
just
way it
deal
is.
with that.
Yeah.
Well, I do want to get into the books.
Okay.
So what inspired you to start writing on the road?
Let's see. Probably these three, my kids.
Oh, so these are based on your kids.
No, yes, but but in the books, my daughter is actually the oldest, but she's very excited about that. I wrote a story. It was 2022. We had, based on like this drive we did with the camper van in Croatia, and we had seen this whale. So I wrote this story, and then I left it there, and I'm like, oh, if one day I want to actually publish it, I could look for an illustrator. And I looked for an illustrator, and I found this illustrator, which is Sarah Lee Willis, which is the one that did these books. And then I kind of put it there. And then actually it was 2021. 2022, one morning I woke up and I had this thing in my head and I wrote it. It was the story. And I'm like, I think I should publish this one. I don't know, it just felt right. And then I wrote to her and I did the first book. And then I was like, well, we could do one for each continent. So our goal is to write 7. And we did 2, and I wrote the third one. She has to draw it now.
She wrote it for Cosmo's birthday.
Yeah,
Was it
gift for him. Because in each one, there is like one of the kids is more of the hero of the story. So Emma was in the first one, which she's Sydney. She also, one of her screen names for something is Sydney. She really loves it.
Yeah.
And then, so Cosimo, the third one is Cosimo. And so it starts based on something that's one of his passions. Like the other one was about Luca Amor.
Really?
And every story is something that we experience, the place we've been. So it's like a real story.
So your travel experiences are influencing the stories.
So we can't do South America yet because we've done Central a little bit, but we haven't done South. So we kind of need to get there now because
That's a long ways from here.
Yeah, we're getting there. So
Little by little.
But yeah, so the idea is, the last book will be Antarctica.
Yes.
So we're working on that too.
Yes, that's a fun one to get to.
Yeah. So that's the story. They go in, they have this globe and it's magical. Every time they argue, it starts lighting up and they all touch it because they argue about, which is something my kids do sometimes. They argue about who gets to hold it. And so that then they all touch it and it moves and takes them in different countries. In every book that is based in one continent and explains every stop they do. There's a little bit of history behind, usually something we've learned. So in the first one, there was Egypt, and then there was Tanzania, and Zambia. And the second one, we actually went to Mongolia. And there's all about, it's a kid's book. It was Nepal, and I talk about this crocodile that I'd never seen before because it's the one that has the snout and doesn't bite. And I thought it was such a cool thing because kids all have the idea of the scary crocodile, but this one actually doesn't eat people. So we try to incorporate a little bit of learning in the book.
Yeah.
So the third one is in another continent.
Do our listeners, if they pick up your books, do they have to read them in order to understand them, or?
No, not really. I mean, probably it makes more sense but there is a little bit of summary at the beginning of the second one.
Yeah.
Explain why they're going places. But they don't need to be in order. You can get the story very easily.
That's good. And what's the age group for the books?
We put between 5 and 10. It's not a chapter book, so it's about 48 pages. There is a lot of images, so it's very colorful. One of the reasons why I wanted this kind of book was because my daughter and my youngest now, they initially when they started reading, well, he's not technically really reading by himself yet, but they wanted to have images. And so I wanted them. She didn't want to buy, when she was reading by herself, she wanted only books that had images. So that was my goal.
My son's the same way. He still prefers to be some images in the books. Yeah, he was telling me the other day, he's like, why do you read books without images? And
And then
there's the beginning of a lot of the chapters.
Yeah. But then it shifts at one point because now she doesn't read books with images. So it just that phase. And so I wanted to cover that phase.
Yes. Cool. And so how do you balance your writing and traveling, family?
I mean, we do a lot of other stuff.
That was another process.
Yeah.
Because you all slow or fast travelers?
You were faster.
We start really fast because we want to try to squeeze as many countries as possible because we're supposed to do 12 once. So we didn't have the idea, and not even booking wise. So when we started, we actually put all the booking in one agency, and she process everything, all the countries that where everybody has the bucket list and the place was want to visit. So we give it to them and say, and say, okay, you're gonna stay here, 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 here for the entire year.
The flights, they were all.
And after that, we were exhausted.
After 6 months, we're like, what did we do?
So now we try to stay much longer. We do house sitting. We do more like we've been in Oyan,
Vietnam,
in Vietnam, and we stay one entire month in one place without moving.
Here we're a bit shorter.
Yes, because unfortunately we have to be in Italy.
But then there we're going to be for at least a month or more. So
we're thinking 2 months now in Italy in the same spot.
Okay.
So now we really slow down because first of all, they love what they're doing. So the learning process takes more time, like every morning. So our activity, normally if we do activity, we start like 12 or 1 o'clock.
which is the worst time to go. But that's our
here it's really
time.
hot.
Yeah.
But because we adjusted again throughout the way, and because in the morning we wake up and we have our ritual, each one of us, and because now we are 5 different heads that they want to do different things at the same time and try to put everything together is not easy sometimes. And so we let everybody unfold what they want to do, and they do the learning, and after we start doing the activity.
And sometimes we don't even do activities together because not everybody wants to do the same thing.
Yeah.
So we are okay with that too because we're 5.
There was another process because in the beginning we tried to do everything as a family, and we learned that it doesn't work for each one of us. So we try to respect everybody's wish and time and be understanding.
So you went from fast to slower. How do you choose your destinations?
Now
Besides the book.
The book was the first 3 or 4 years. Now it's kind of, I don't know.
It's
It's
the
based on
feeling
just
and-
different things. We tried not to like hop from one part of the world to the other.
Yeah.
So from one side, we try to stay in that side. But like now we have to go to South America because our daughter is doing this teen retreat. So we're all moving there. But before we're going to Europe so we can see the grandparents and do some. So it's just based on some commitments we have
And what we want to see.
what we wanna see and do.
And like when we have a camper van, we stay mostly in Europe.
Yeah.
Europe and we went
Turkey.
down Turkey and like all the country along the way. So we stay in that area most of the time. First of all, it was cheaper because sleeping in the camper van is a different story than go and find the location on the time and accommodation and everything. And it was easy, manageable to go around. We have our own bikes. We were biking almost everywhere. So it depends really what we want to do and what, because now we don't traveling to see the place anymore. We're traveling because we want to do an experience. So especially like Emma, she wanted, that's why we decided to stay longer in Italy, because she wanted to do all these cooking lessons, cooking classes.
She's a lot into cooking.
Yeah. She loves cooking, and she found all these places like baking and things different way. So that's why Europe, it's more, say, easy to do that. They have more food choice and things.
Yeah.
And instead here, I mean, if we do a cooking lesson,
Yeah,
we're
tomorrow.
doing a cooking lesson here.
Yeah, we're doing one. Our son really wants to do one too here. So we haven't scheduled it yet, but we have time. We're not in this tight schedule.
Yeah, but we tend to have like or one thing a day, or like one day we do something and then we have a gap, and except here because it was quick. But
How much do the kids influence where you want to go?
more now. Before that's deciding. Now there's always somebody saying, but they're like, okay, but like when we decided to go to Vietnam, it was me and Emma that wanted to go because he wanted to go in another place, and Cosimo was kind of Luca's like, whatever. He's still young. And then luckily everybody listened to me and Emma because then he didn't want to leave Hoi An. It was like, he was like,
I was impressed.
He was so sad. I think he still is sad.
Yeah, I'm still sad. I'm still recovering.
He's recovering from Hoi An.
No, because the problem, I mean, not the problem. The good thing there is like now when you go around, it's difficult to find good food. Yeah. Like fresh and still over there, they were fresh market every day.
He was at the market every day.
I was going to the market every day.
He had his ladies.
So, yeah.
Their food was really good. Emma loves it. She was every morning we were going out, me and her, and there was our moment, and the trading and find things and buy this stuff that is which one is fresh, which one is was really nice.
Yeah,
And you
those
bike
types of
everywhere.
experiences are awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't spend much time in Vietnam yet, but our favorite experience there was making rice paper.
Yes.
That was really
we did
cool.
that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And people, they were really nice, especially with the kids. And that place, there was less crowded and less tourists. And we were going biking everywhere. There was a rice field everywhere. It was nice.
Very neat.
Very slow down paced. And the other thing it was they have everything to do for each one of us.
yeah.
And Luca has kids. There's
Because there was a hub, well, kind of like a hub going on. So there was activities and kids meeting, but it wasn't a paid one. It was just a family organizing it. So
Well, speaking of family, and you've got a large family, how do you guys do all the packing? How do you figure out what you're taking and what you leave behind, what you sell?
oh, well, we have, I mean, like, the U.S. is our base because my mom lives there. So our stuff is there. Let's put it like that. Our old clothes. So every time we go back,
we don't have much left because when we sold everything, we really sold
Yeah.
everything, furniture and house and car and everything.
but we still have
Businesses.
some clothes, especially us, because luckily we didn't change too much. Our kids, yeah. So we go back and maybe we'll switch stuff. This time when we went back, then we were going to go first to winter because we were going to London and France. Then we were flying to this part of the world, so it was going to be hot. So we have a jacket, like one of those puffer ones that you can kind of squeeze in. And then we have like a few winter things and then a few summer things. And then as soon as they start being too tight to something, we just donate them.
Yeah.
And we'll go buy something wherever we are.
try.
They sell clothes in every country. They sell
Yeah.
everything. I just bought shoes for $30 at the market.
You must have smaller feet than we did.
No, I have a 42. The lady had only that size, and that was the shoe I wanted. And I'm like, and it was $30. It would have been 150 at Decathlon anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
So in Cambodia was cheap.
The less as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One pair of shoes, one pair of flip-flop, and maybe a couple of shirts, 2 pants. That's because we have one bag and one backpack.
But we all travel. We all have a suitcase
Yeah.
because we don't want our kids to have to give up on their hobbies and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
And so, like, our son, his bag is full of crochet
Crochet.
stuff. Like, we have so many crochet people everywhere.
Because of his animation, yeah.
Yeah. And then when we go back to my mom, he leaves them there. And then he starts making more. And so we have a whole family
Yeah.
with us.
I love that he crochets and then animates the crochet.
Yeah.
That's
That was
cool.
like the next step.
It's like a 2-for-1 of learning, and you
Yeah.
found himself two
And now he's
different skills.
teaching how, like, he's making videos to teach how to crochet.
Yeah.
And so he has 2 YouTube channels, one about all his silly things, which is kind of funny. If you're bored, it's worth watching. And then there's the other one that's all about crochet, and like he made a movie. He wants to make a longer movie. These are short ones, but it's a lot of work, and he's done it all himself. So
You wanna like tell our listeners what that is? Like, you can go check it out.
yeah, so one is Creature Crochet. They're studios on YouTube, and the other one is Cosimo's House. It's just a funny one. It's all reels, and they're funny. They're really funny. Creature Crochet is funny too, but there's more like learning also. He's going to do a whole lesson on how to start crochet for dummies like me who had no clue, because they didn't learn it from us. Like, we have no idea. It was all them meeting another family that the kids were crocheting and knitting to gift some little things to other kids that they met. And they're like, oh, that's so cool. We should do it too. So Emma learned to knit and he learned to crochet.
Yeah.
She still knits, not as much as he crochets. He's like, it's like his way of, his form of meditation, I think. Because
Yeah.
when he's crocheting, you could talk about anything. He's not. He's
in-
like,
he's in
he's in
the
his
zone.
zone.
Yeah.
And until he's not done, you cannot achieve anything else from him.
Yeah.
But he'll take his crochet and go wherever you are. Okay, Cosmo, we're going to this place. Okay. And he'll go with his crochet stuff.
That happened in one of our pop-up hubs where one of the kids knew origami and started teaching all the others. And then our pop-up was filled with cranes and all sorts of things.
Yeah.
And all the kids were trying to learn. It was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's so.
How about the... yeah,
Oh, you had asked
we're
the
talking about
question.
Pop-ups, yeah.
Yes.
So we're the socialization, and types of things like that. What kind of pop-ups do you go to? Have you hosted them yourselves? What do your kids get out of them? So that our listeners can know what they can expect if they end up running some of these things.
So we didn't do any, but also because when we started traveling, there was just
There wasn't many.
yeah, there was just a summit that we did, and so we went to 3 or 4, and that was a big. The first one was like
A big step for
when
us to-
our kids realized,
Yeah.
God, there's a lot of people doing the same thing we're doing, and they loved it because initially we're a bit unsure and missed their friends and all that. But then we went to
After
this.
the first one, there was like the cliff.
Yeah, they're like, oh no, we're definitely not going back.
When we left, all of them, they were crying because they didn't want to leave because they have so much fun that week with all the other kids and other family.
Mm-hmm.
There was, and that for us was opening our eyes and say, oh wow, this is possible.
And-
Look how many family.
And then we keep on meeting those unless
Yeah.
some stopped, but the ones that didn't, we keep on meeting
in
again.
the same country, yeah.
So it's and then so we did those. Then we hosted 3 pop-ups, Rachel's pop-ups, and then this year we are hosting our own in our hometowns. And then we attended some other hubs, some free. We did the one in Bansko. It was okay, but the teen tween concept was kind of weird because one week 9-year-olds were considered tweens, the next week 12-year-olds. So we're like,
It was confusing. let's put
yeah, it
this
was a
way.
bit confusing. And my son was actually a teen at that point, but he was kind of left out. Yeah, so that was kind of weird. But then we did some of the hubs, Bliss hubs, the ones that they do here in Asia. They were free, they were fun, and our kids met some teens. And then they also get to have to deal with a little bit of the drama because it's not just in school. And so every time it
everywhere.
happens, also on, when they do these calls where they meet, I'm like, it's the same thing you would have in school. You're still having that experience too. And so there's been plenty of that drama in different hubs we've been to.
So the point is, guys, it's like, if you want to start doing this lifestyle, you're going to find people everywhere.
Yeah.
We didn't know these people here, right?
Well,
We just
I
run,
did digitally,
but not physically.
not
in
physically.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now we met in Cambodia. So it's like, seriously? So you never know just start if
Yeah.
you really want to do it.
Yeah.
Because it's a gift that you do to yourself
And your kids.
and to your kids and to your family.
And your mind, it opens.
The only thing that I suggest is just do it with the open mind. Because if you bring your home with you,
Just stay
it's
home.
a problem to integrate. If you go with the open mind, you open to meet new people and you be surprised what can come out
Yeah.
of them. It's a good thing.
Oh yeah, we've met so many people that I would not necessarily have thought that we would be hanging out with in our old lives in Chicago, but we click so well
Yeah.
now that we have a very similar lifestyle, and then you run into them over and over and over again. Now that we've seen you guys here, we'll probably see you again. And
That's for sure.
and
It always
just
happens.
It
yeah.
always happens.
Yeah.
And
You know Siming, right?
yes,
Everybody knows Siming,
everybody
right?
knows Seaman.
She's
I've been trying to get her to come onto the podcast, but
Siming
not
is
quite
too
yet.
busy.
She's too busy. But she's like the connector of all of us.
Yes.
Especially anybody in Asia.
Cool person.
Yeah. All right. So, what are your favorite family destinations that you would recommend to people who are just getting out there?
Vietnam, Costa Rica, but it's expensive, but for us it was
It was nice. Really
one of those
nice
places that we could live there.
Yeah.
Their motto is pura vida.
Pura vida.
And it's so true.
I love that. I love it. Pura vida.
And people, they really help you out of the art. They don't care
Yeah.
about the money. It's not about, like, we have an adventure there, and these people, they actually put us on their truck.
The foreigners ignored us.
The foreigner was
I
passing
just
by
want to
the,
say that.
because we rent a car. I didn't make a short
Yeah,
story.
the story.
And the car, we were five.
It
we
was
owned
a
the
cheap
bags.
car, not a 4x4.
And the wheel, they were almost finished.
Oh,
so
my.
we were going on this road, off-road, because there, the road, they're not very, very well structured, let's put it this way. And at one point, we have to go back up, and the car looked in me.
Because the road was closed. We're like, oh, luckily we don't have to do this way back up. And then surely enough, they're like, oh, there's a truck broken down, so you have to go back. We're like, how are we going to go back?
So we stop at the bottom. I walk back up to find somebody to help us. All the tourists, they were passing by, nobody stopped.
No.
So this big, huge truck, coffee truck, they were passing by, and we managed to talk to them because they didn't speak English, and we didn't speak their language, right? And they said, you want to help? Yeah, sure. So I unload all the car in their truck. There is a video out there.
Yeah.
And all of them, they went there. I went back by myself behind the truck up to the hill. When we arrived to the hill, and I unload the truck, put everything inside, and I want to give something to them. They didn't want it. They didn't accept it. They just wanted a hug. That's it. So these are how people are
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
So
I found
those two places, yeah, for sure.
locals are always seem to be willing to help. I have not really found too many places where people would like snob you, the locals.
Yeah, the
Yes.
locals, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
100%.
Where would you say is the most friendly people you've met so far, though?
Well,
Thailand with the
also
kids.
Mongolia.
Oh yeah, Mongolia.
Our son broke his leg in Mongolia, so we were
yeah.
kind of, we extended our stay because we wanted him to
There was
just
another
stay in one
adventure.
place.
Oh no!
But the people were so good to us.
So in Mongolia, guys, I'll tell you again. I mean, if you start talking about stories, it's like we never stop.
Yeah, we did write a book about that. It's just as
In Mongolia, what happens? We want to do this experience with the reindeer people. For the reindeer people, they're not in the city. You had to find them in the countryside. So we did 3 days horseback riding in the steppe, right, up to their tribe. Anyway, we stay there. The kids. Luca has his own horse. He even fell from the horse and nothing happened. And he rode the reindeer. He rode the camel.
Because then we went to the eagle hunter.
Eagle hunters.
And there was the camels brought, they were going to build a yurt. And so the camels carry the yurt to the place. So we saw this whole process. He rides on the...
Throughout a week, right?
Yeah,
And
maybe
he has
more.
all this crazy experience and everything. He broke his leg half an hour before catching the plane to go back to Ulaanbaatar, the capital, in a bouncy house.
In a bounce house. Of all
And
places.
after
all
10
this
minutes,
amazing
he
experience.
broke his leg. It started raining. They closed the bouncy house. So
Can you imagine that?
he was meant to break his leg.
Yeah.
So then, all right, emergencies happening,
Yes, that one was one.
and right before the airline flight too. So
Great
Yes.
timing.
how did you handle an emergency? You're not in the U.S. You're not in a big city. How
But
did
they
you
have
handle it?
doctors. In the rest of the world, there's doctors too.
But it was a very cool experience because everybody were really, really nice and very helpful.
Yeah.
But I have to say something. He was in the medical field. So he that has to be said. So when as soon as he saw Luca bouncing and then Luca disappeared, he's like, something happened. And he went speeding. Like, I think he flew down the stairs,
Oh my!
grabbed him, got the guide, and ran to the hospital. The hospital was very basic because we were in a little town. There was not much. It wasn't the greatest hospital. So he just wanted them to do an x-ray to see how broken it was. Because we had to get this plane. He told them to leave because he knew what he was dealing with, he was like telling them to,
I was
keep it
trying
open.
to fighting with them because the guy wanted to do a close cast from the ankle to the hip. I said, we have to catch a plane. It's going to swallow inside there and it's going to be fake.
They also wanted to do surgery there.
The-
And we're
the
like,
pressure,
no,
right?
we're not doing
So I
surgery.
say, you're not doing
Just
surgery.
split it,
you're-
or what you do?
No, I open cast. They
Yeah.
will do open cast everywhere now. And he wrap it. I said, you wrap it and I'll take care of it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
So I carried the kid in the plane. I was doing my thing. Anyway.
He does acupuncture, acupressure. And so he was treating him.
Okay.
And then we gave him
the
clearly
pain.
medication for the pain too, because it was.
He
painful.
survived?
He survived.
He's
So
still walking.
when we got
He
to
still has the leg.
when we got to Ulaanbaatar, we went to that was an international
Hospital.
So they had a better X-ray machine, so you could see more in detail what the break was like. Again, they wanted to do surgery, so you shouldn't
And they
be
want to put it from cast again.
scared because we asked, so is it going to be the healing quicker? And they're like, no, it's 2 months anyway. Or like, so what's the point of opening his
All
leg?
of them, they were giving me 60 days.
Yeah, and the thing was that there was no, it wasn't faster, and the bone was not, it was broken in 3 parts, so it was pretty bad, but it was all in line. It wasn't
3
out
lines
of
fracture, and you can see the fracture. I mean,
And he was
in
7.
the shin.
So it wasn't.
Well, yeah, they're continuing to grow anyway,
Yeah.
so their bones are going to
So he's like, no, we're not doing surgery. But that's because
Yeah.
he was there and he knows a little
Anyway,
bit more
Long
about
story
it.
short, I was open it every night, do my thing, reclose it in the morning, so we go out and then open again.
28 days later.
We went back to take an X-ray before leaving. Right?
Yeah.
Right.
So the guy couldn't believe it. He started moving the leg. He said, "How's it possible? How's it?" Because the broken bone, it wasn't broken anymore. You can see it from the X-ray. I say, I do this kind of stuff. Don't tell me. Just do whatever you do. It's fine.
He can walk in a week. And so,
Did
yeah,
you make a video about this?
we talked
I
about
think
it,
we
his
talked about
recovery. Yeah, we did a video about it.
But I don't
yeah,
wanna,
because it
I don't
was,
want to push it too much. Players.
everybody has a different, but we've found so many people that they took out their kids' cast are like, oh, no. And so a lot of people that
Well, yeah, I can
think
understand.
differently.
Yeah.
But then there's others that would be scared and would do the surgery right away, and that's respectable. But it doesn't mean that just because you're doing it in Mongolia is going to be terrible service compared to the U.S. It's probably going to be cheaper, and there's excellent doctors. We've always had great care anywhere we went. We didn't have major surgeries or anything, but whatever it was, we've always been taken care of
And
very
we
well.
are not against the Western medicine.
No.
If you have to take the antibiotics, you
Oh
take
yeah,
the
we take
antibiotics.
it. We don't take it every 5 minutes, but when we needed it, we needed it. Sometimes
When you need it, you
Yeah.
need it. Yeah,
You get
I get it.
sick, you get
I'm-
sick.
I barely take medicine myself, but if I need it,
yeah.
yeah.
Our kids get ear infections every time we were in Bali. They always have ear infections for some reason. So we're always getting those drops that they sell over the counter. So you don't need to go to a doctor every 5 minutes for the same thing that you know is an ear infection. So it's just a little bit easier sometimes than
The process in a, let's say, not developed country, it's faster, it's easier.
and you heal.
And most of the time, it's cheaper.
Yeah. Cool. Well, this has been an awesome conversation. Well, we've had a lot of topics here, so
Yeah.
I mean, your book is awesome. Well, if you want to, let's plug the book one last time. Give you a
Yes.
chance to do that, and your website.
This is the first one, the Adventure Globe, and then the second one is the Adventure Globe and the Asia Escapades. So now you know that this one was in Africa and this one was in Asia. And the next one is where? Let's not say it.
That's not
You gotta
simple.
read
It's
it.
different, yeah.
Let's hold that up a little closer for
sorry.
everybody. We're gonna hold it
Yes.
up here so everybody can kind of see the colors. It's really cool. I love how pastels. I love that.
Yeah.
So this is a really cool.
Every time
book.
we're always excited when we see what she done with the book. She did a really good job.
I do. I like her style. So Sarah and Sarah.
Yeah, I know that was
Was that planned?
another connect. No. When I saw her name, I'm like, oh, it was meant to be. So that's yeah.
So, all right. And if you want to give yourselves a little plug for your website, your blog, your channel.
Yeah, so we have a blog because when we started traveling, I was like, because I'm a photographer. And so I was like, oh, I'm just going to take pictures every day and post about it and write a blog post. And I did that for a long time. And I still do the blog posts, not as much as I used to, because at one point, after a year and a half, we realized people did not read as much as they prefer watching videos. So we decided to make it so much easier on us, and we started making videos too. And now we have lots of videos. And so we have a YouTube channel. It's the 5 World Explorers, where we have over 1,000 videos.
1,400.
Something like that.
Something like that.
About our travel, long format shorts.
58
everything.
country, guys. Go check it out.
Yeah. And so that. And then I'm also a travel agent now. So you get very creative when you travel. You just come up with ideas all the time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Very cool. You've got us beat on a number of countries right now. I think we're right around 30 or 28.
That's not a competition.
It's not a competition.
Before we head out, though, I want to do a little travel trivia.
Oh, here we go.
So I always like to close up with this.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Which Southeast Asia country is famous for its temples, rice terraces, and spectacular vibes? It attracts digital nomads and yoga enthusiasts.
Well, I would say
think-
Indonesia.
I would say Indonesia.
Yeah.
We're specifically in Indonesia, do you find a lot of yogis?
Bali.
Bali.
Yeah.
They're all there.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right. If you're following along at home, you answer in the comments below. See if you can get these too. All right. Which landlocked African country is home to Victoria Falls and is often visited for its walking safaris and natural beauty?
This one we know because we've been there. So it's easy.
Zambia.
Zambia. All right.
We tried to also go across to Zimbabwe. But they wanted to charge us for our kids for the visa for like 10 minutes. And our kids didn't need to pay it. Basically, the rule was that if you paid the visa for Zambia, you didn't need to pay the one for Zimbabwe. But they decided that we had to pay for everybody.
We found a lady that didn't want to work with us.
No.
That's how it was when we were the three corners down in Brazil, Uruguay, and Argentina. You can still get over there. But yeah, there was a very like a reciprocal.
Yeah, they should have it because they have this thing in common. But the Zimbabwe side is more dangerous.
Okay.
So one part of me was like, so our kids are going to, stay with us and not call them. There is no rail, there's nothing. So our guide was a little nervous.
Okay.
But worked out.
All right. Which country spans both Europe and Asia and is famous for its vibrant bazaars, hot air balloon rides?
We've been there.
Turkey. Very good.
Actually, it's Turkey now.
Oh.
So be careful.
That's right.
They
So
changed.
I remember
They
a few
correct
years
me
ago.
all the time in my reels. They're like, actually.
A few years ago, I remember that coming across. They changed it.
Yeah.
All right. Known for Machu Picchu
Let me just-
and the Secret Valley. I hope you can get this one.
Oh, wait. It should be Peru.
Very good. Very good. And which coastal European country is
Been there.
known for its dramatic Adriatic Sea coastline?
Croatia.
We've been there too.
Yeah.
Very good. All right. So,
All right. So what do we win?
you got 5 for 5. All right. So that's awesome. Any final thoughts for our listeners?
Well, first, you can buy the book. I would recommend it. There's more coming. And then second, if you want to travel, if you want to go or just whatever, just go. Also, if it's a little trip, it's always worth it. And go with your family. Don't go alone. Don't do parents separate. No. Go together. It's fun to go with your kids. They're really cool.
You don't really need to expand your vision to be full-time traveler.
No.
You can even go back and forth. There is many families that we met all around it. They just go.
Everybody
So-
has their format.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. There is no only one specific thing.
But do it together.
Yeah. That is the main thing.
Yeah.
As a family.
And try to meet as many other travelers' experiences as you can. Locals are great, and I want you to just go out there
yeah,
and experience
for sure.
the locals. But you will have a tribe if you meet up with other people like we were doing.
And you'll
today.
keep on meeting them. So my kids don't even say anymore, say goodbye, because they're not going to see each other again. They're like, and we'll see them again sometime, somewhere.
Yeah, or we'll get on land together.
Yeah, now there's that too. So that's fine. So we're not concerned.
All right. And so next for your family is your pop-up in
Italy, in Florence. So yes.
Fun.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us on this journey with Max and Sarah. Their passion for travel and storytelling it's inspiring.
Thank you.
It's been a really cool conversation. Yeah.
Thank you.
To explore their books, follow their family's adventures, visit the blog page, the Fifth World Explorers.
five.
The five. The five.
Five is
World
a number.
Explorers. Yes. And if you've enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, share it with a fellow adventurer, somebody who's on the path to adventure. Just leave us a review, and next time, just keep exploring
Yes.
and embracing an offbeat life.
Yes.
Bye.
Thank you.
We just just wanna see something bigger than us, to see and smell and taste something completely new. We just wanna travel the world, the world, the world, travel